Let me make sure we're good. That was the weirdest thing. Okay, come on. Come on. Can you guys see me? Are we here? All right. Somebody tell me. Can you see me? Oh, hold on. I hear something in the other room, but I need to stop. Okay, I'm coming. Are we there? Are we here? Okay, good. Hello, everyone. Hello. I have to adjust the camera for a second because while I'm talking with you, you just have to see something. Okay, so here we go. Camera's coming down ever so slowly. I'm going to adjust it. Look at there. All right, let's see if I can do this so you can totally see. Look at. I hate to like show my chest to everyone, but look at that. We're very festive today for our for our Saturday listing session, you guys. We have dancing Christmas squirrels, right? Is that not like the perfect thing? So I'm just going to chat with you really quick. I know it's a totally odd angle, so just know that odd angle. Yes, Santa squirrel. So many of you know, or kind of know, my friend Vicky Booten. She texted me, I don't know, probably 2.5 months ago, with a link to this sweatshirt. And she's like, oh my gosh, you have to get this. And so I did because it was so appropriate. I've worn it once before. I wore it when I was teaching at an event, a Christmas event a couple weeks ago. And then I'll have it on today. I may even have it on Tuesday as well. So anyhow, we're a little festive up in here today. There we go. Now let's go back to our regular view. Hi, everybody. How is everyone? Happy Saturday. We are a little bit late today. Well, we're like 1 or 2 minutes late because it was having technical difficulties for some reason. I don't know what YouTube was doing. But the other reason, oh gosh, look at all the things just coming. I know, Christmas squirrel, isn't it so cute? Okay, but also half an hour late today. Not late, I just had to delay us a half an hour and because I did something very fun this morning with some neighbors. So I'm just gonna tell you guys about that real quick and then we'll get started. One of our neighbors about 2 weeks ago reached out. There's a group of us that go walking together and do bunko together and just different things like that. And she said, hey, I think we should do something for the holidays for someone. And we're like, okay. And she said, well, she organized it. So this morning we all met at a restaurant at 8:30. And one of the ladies had reached out to the manager of the restaurant ahead of time and said, this is what we would like to do. And is there a wait staff person that you would recommend that we do this with? So this morning after breakfast, so I think there were 10 of us, we each had breakfast, but then we also each brought an extra $100. And so we gave that waitress a really nice tip. And it was someone that really needed it. So it was just a really neat thing to do. And it was really special. And this I shouldn't say waitress, because I know that's not what you call them, server. She was just so happy and so taken aback, and it was a really neat thing that we did this morning. So that is why we are a little bit late. But I knew you guys would understand if we kind of had to move things forward by a half an hour. So it was a really neat thing to do. We had fun. So anyway, I see lots of chatting going. You guys, I don't know. Anyhow, never mind. Oh, just a little emotional. So here we are. Were you guys, it's like Saturday before Christmas. Crazy, yeah. Are you crazy busy? Lots of things going on, lots of things still on your to-do lists. If you have a lot of things on your to-do list, that's one of our lists today is I'll be doing a to-do list of some of the things that I need to make sure to get done before the holidays. So let's back up a second and let me say hello to those of you that may be new here or haven't spent much time here, or even hello to those of you guys that are always here, or those of you that pop in and out. So hello. If we haven't met before, my name is Lael Konkar, and this is what we do on a lot of Saturdays. We started doing it when the pandemic started, and we've just kind of still continued. This is funny because you can kind of see just part of this little Santa hat. I feel like I need to like do that while I'm talking. Yes, so this is what we do when we get together and we chat. I chat at you guys chat with each other in the chat. Some of you chat in the chat, and then some of you can't make it live and you watch it anytime after. So if you are new here and you haven't joined us before, pop in the chat and just say hi. If it's like the whole talk radio thing. I know some of you are longtime listeners, first time callers. So if you've been around for a while and you've never popped in the chat, just pop in the chat and say hello. If you're watching the replay and want to say hello, you just need to do that in the comments, not in the chat, because if you're watching the replay, you can't see the chat. So I have a business called Lail by Mail, and I travel and teach all different kinds of crafting classes. So scrapbook, mini book, planner classes, traveler's notebook classes, and I've been doing that for a long time. I also have a website at lailbymail.com. As we are working, there are lots of different products I will be using, and I always try to include links to those in the description of the video. So if you see something I'm using and you're like, "Ooh, what is that?" Generally, I've linked to it in the video, so you can find it. Sometimes I have links to the products on my website. Sometimes I have links to products on other websites, but I always encourage you to shop local. So if you have a local mom and pop, always super important to support them. But if you don't have something like that and you are looking for something, then I can help you with that. All right. Before we get going, there's one more thing that I want to mention. Last weekend, last Saturday when we were together, I threw out, we will not be listing together on Saturday the 25th because that's Christmas. We will also not be listing together on January 1st, which is also a Saturday, because Nick and I will be at the Rose Bowl. So in light of missing the next 2 weekends in a row, we're going to do like nighttime listing session this coming Tuesday, which is the 22nd. So Tuesday the 22nd, we will do that starting at 5 p.m. If you want to wear your Christmas jammies, you can do that. If you want to have your beverage of choice with you, you can do that, because I will be having my adult beverage of choice with me. Yeah, so we just thought it'd be kind of fun to do a little bit of a nighttime listing session, since we've never really done, well, we have done that once, but thought that'd be kind of fun. So if you receive my emails, watch for an email coming out probably Monday morning-ish, I think, probably Monday morning. And then you'll receive the information for that. Okay, I need a Kleenex, so hold tight. I'm a little emotional there, so let me just grab a Kleenex. I'm coming. Okay. Woo. All right. Okay, I want to check the chat really quick and see, because I've been chatting and I haven't checked the chat. So, oh shoot. Nicole, Tuesday the 21st. I knew I'd get the dates mixed up. It is Tuesday the 21st. Thank you for clarifying that. In fact, when I sent out, when I wrote the email for this week, I started to send it and I went, oh shoot, I better check the calendar, because I had put the wrong date in there. So anyhow, yes, it is this Tuesday, the 21st of December, 2021, 5 p.m. I don't even remember what time I said. Just watch for the email. Watch for the email, or here on YouTube, if you subscribe to my channel and click the bell so you receive notifications, then you'll know when it's happening as well. Okay. Yeah, Pam, I know Pam said, thank you for doing the extra listing. You're always so generous with your time. Thank you. You're welcome. And I love it. So I thought, well, gosh, that would be kind of fun to do. And I know holidays and stuff, sometimes it's hard. So if you make it great. If not, then you can always come back and watch it later. Hi, Lisa. Lisa said, good morning. Okay. You know what? So here's the deal. Karen said 5 Mountain Time. I don't remember what I put in the email now, Karen, and I don't have my laptop in front of me, so I don't remember when it is. I'm sorry. Watch for the email or send me an email and I'll tell you what it is. Actually, don't do that, because I don't want a whole bunch of people sending me an email, because I will never get to them. So watch your email or check the blog on my website on Monday, and all the information will be there. I woke up at like 4 this morning and then couldn't go back to sleep. So then I started working and getting ready for today. And then we did the breakfast thing. And so, yeah, a little squirrely. All right. So I have a couple of giveaways that we need to do from last weekend. Last weekend, we did a number giveaways live, and we also did 2. And the way that you participated in those, as you always do, is you leave a comment on the video. And so this morning I went and looked at, I didn't even look at, I should say, I just randomly scrolled and picked 2 winners. And so one of the winners is Elizabeth Wallace. Elizabeth wins the Andy K. Art prize pack with stamps and a bag and a patch and so many fun things. And then the second winner is Michelle Batty. And Michelle wins one of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One of them is missing. Oh, right here. The bundle of my exclusive washi that I showed you guys last week. Okay, so I think what we'll do right off the bat, you guys know I like to do giveaways, and especially this time of year, it's Christmas. So what better time for giveaways? I discovered I had 2 of something. I, a couple weeks ago, showed you guys the pocket punch board, and we played with the pocket punch board, and we made a really cute list in a pocket, and that was this guy, right? So we made that little pocket out of one of these, a pocket punch board. Well, guess what Lael has 2 of that she opened? I don't even know where the other one is now. I have 2 pocket punch boards that I have opened, which means I'm going to give away one of these right now. These just came back in stock too, so they're now back in stock again on my website, but pocket punch board. So all I'm going to do, I am going to, let's see, what time is it? It's 10:46, so I am going to say 10:35. I'm going to scroll up for the comments, and this is a live giveaway, so those of you watching the replay, I'll have something for you, don't worry. I'm scrolling up to the comments, and I'm going to see the first comment that was left at 10:35. So hang on. Here we go. Oh, lots of people at 10:35. The first person that commented at 10:35 is Bernice Tolbert. Bernice, you win the pocket punch board. So Bernice, send me an email with your address and your full name, assuming it's Bernice, but anyway, full name and address, and put pocket punch board winner in the subject line, and we'll get that out to you this week. That's one of the prizes, okay? Bernice, hold on, I gotta look at that again. Tolbert, right? Yep, Bernice, and she gets the pocket punch board. And I will do more, I'll do some more giveaways today. So, but we'll do that one live, and that's fun, and the rest of them I'll do in the comments. Okay, so let's, I think that's all that we need to, I think that's all of our housekeeping items. So let's flip the camera, and then let's start playing, okay? All right, I'm gonna flip. And I am not going to, hi Nicole from South Dakota. All right, I'm flipping the camera. Oh gosh, you guys, sorry. I was so, like, the whole camera was all crooked there, and.
Sorry, could you say that again? Sorry, I'm having trouble hearing you.
Oh, wow. That was my watch talking to us, you guys. Golly, what a really weird morning it is, huh? All right, let me plug in the phone. I'm not going to use studio lights today. I think that it's super bright out, and I think we're good. I know, Siri. Gotta love Siri, but sometimes you're like, Siri, really? What the heck are you doing? All right. I am a little bit behind, you guys. I need the screen to catch up. I need Amy. Okay, well, I'm waiting for the screen to catch up just so I can make sure that you guys are seeing okay. AIMEE. This is fun. I have 2 friends named Amy that spell their name exactly like you do. All right. Okay, good. Now I can see. We're looking good. Okay. We have 3 lists today, you guys. I have maybe a hard stop around 1 o'clock, and Karen Haynes is going to start laughing. I know it right now. I know Karen is going to start laughing because Karen's going to be like, really? You think you can do this in 2 hours? Yeah, so we'll see. But you know what? It's the holidays. Hi, Kim. It's the holidays, and I have another like sorority sister brunch this afternoon that I'm going to try to just hit the very end of, and then neighbor Christmas party tonight, and it's kind of crazy time. All right. Let's see. Where are we? I have to show you guys two really fun things really quick. So look at this. My friend Vicky again. Vicky and I like to buy each other things, and Vicky sent me a box that I opened. I don't know, last week or something. Oh, I talked about it last week. Look what she sent me. Look at this little like finger puppet. Look at the squirrel. Isn't that the cutest thing ever? She bought herself, and hopefully you guys can see that since I'm delayed. She bought herself a little unicorn, and she sent me a video, and they were like playing and like punching each other, and it was quite amusing. So now Scatter has a little friend. And look at this little squirrel paper clips. Are those not the cutest things ever? Anyhow, I just thought you guys would get a kick out of those. Okay, so we are going to start out first by looking at our lists from last week. Okay, so the lists that we did last week, oh, they were good ones. They were fun. Well, they're all always fun, right? Yes, here we go. I had to look at the date. I'm like, is this the one we did last week? Golly. Okay, first list last week, we did a currently list. And currently, those were always a fun list to do. And it's fun if you do a currently list every so often. So some people do them every month. Some people might do them every quarter, every like 3 months. Some people might do them every year. But it just, if you pick the same prompts every time, and last week we did listening to, eating, drinking, buying, watching, reading, planning, making, loving, celebrating, and feeling. If you use those same prompts every time and you do these lists fairly regularly, even if regularly is just, once a year, it's fun. It's a fun thing to look back on. We talk about a time capsule a lot. So it's kind of a fun thing to look back on in terms of what things are changing in your life. Okay. So Talia said, phew, busy, Lael. Thanks for making time to spend with us. Well, I love it. So I'm not even making time to spend with you. I'm like saying to you guys, thanks for coming and spending your time with me because I love it. All right, so that was our first list, and we used some busy sidewalks there. Next one, this one. And it was so fun when, I think when we were working on this one, Vicky happened to pop in. If you don't know my friend Vicky Booten, she is first and foremost, she's an amazing person. She's also an incredibly talented artist and designer. So I used her Warm Wishes Christmas collection, and we were all dying and like oohing and aahing over this little interactive die cut that was part of her Icons die cut pack. It was so cute. So this was just around the house, and I had listed just some of the Christmas decorations, some of our favorites around the house. And that little window, that is what it looks like when you walk in our front door. So that was a really fun kind of interactive piece. Kim, welcome, Kim. Kim J said, good morning, everyone. I finally have a Saturday off to join you live. I'm glad you're able to join us live. And Lauren, hi there. Okay, so yes, that was fun using Warm Wishes. And then the third list, this was favorite holiday recipes. And on this one, we used busy sidewalks. No, this one we used Holly Days. This was the Holly Days collection from Simple Stories. And so I had listed some of our like favorite holiday foods that we like to cook. Still haven't done the rest of it. I'll get to it, but my plan was to include a couple of those recipes. I'll actually write out the recipes, and this is a pocket, so those recipes will just slide right there in the pocket. All right, so those were our first of the 3 lists last week. Oh, I need to set these aside because these are for another giveaway. All right, so the first list that we are going to jump into this week is our favorite, how am I going to word this? Oh, favorite Christmas memories. There we go. This is our favorite Christmas memories. And I am using the Simple Stories, Simple Vintage Rustic Christmas Collection. And it is so, so pretty. Now, Lovely Plans. I think Lovely Plans said I am loving 49 and Market paper. So I think Lovely Plans, you may be referring to what I have here on my desk. And this is actually Simple Stories. It's not 49 and Market, but I know why you may be thinking it's 49 and Market. It actually, the same Simple Stories uses a designer for the Simple Vintage collections. And that same designer also does work with 49 and Market. So you're seeing her style. You're definitely seeing her style, and her name is Kim. No, wait. No, not Kim. Oh my gosh, I totally just blanked on her name. Katie. It's Katie Pertier, not Kim. I saw too many Kims in the comments in the chat. So, all right. So let's start. Our first list is using that collection, the Simple Vintage Rustic Christmas, and I have linked to that in the description of the video. Our favorite Christmas memories. Now, this is a list that we actually did last year. Oh, Terry. Okay, really quick. Terry just said, Lael, have we done the list of things we want for Christmas when I was a kid? You know what? We have not. So I am going to, oh, look, here we go. That is one of the lists that we will be doing. Maybe I'll do it on this one. Next, or when we're together on Tuesday. List of things I wanted for Christmas when I was a kid. The books, you guys, those of you that are like, oh my gosh, what about the books? What about the books? Before the end of the year. Before the end of the year, I will have those ready to go. So stay tuned on that. Okay, so need to move this out of the way. And this, I've got stuff just scattered here, there, and everywhere. Oh, this is for our next list. Okay, let's move all of these. Oh, our next list. We still have my flat lay here all trying to look nice and pretty. Oh, so I have to show you guys. Look at this. Dee. Look at these two little, I don't even think I knew these were here. And this is the first time Thursday, that I opened up this collection, the die cuts. Look at those little squirrels. Like, so cute, aren't they? They're just like perfect. So we'll figure out a way to work those guys in for sure. All right. So on this list, I am going to, I had to think about it for a second. It's a 2-page list, and I want to back it with pattern paper first, and then I will add white cardstock. So I pulled out just some of the papers from the 6x8 pad. So that is the Rustic Christmas 6x8 pad. What is Debbie's idea? I missed it. Oh, okay. Oh, so now I'm missing all kinds of things. Colleen's husband. Colleen. Healing wishes and prayers, a speedy recovery. Yes, I don't. Oh, does he have COVID? Oh goodness, I'm sorry. I'm missing all kinds of things. So lots of comments, lots of chatting going on in the chat today. So please know if I have not responded to whatever's going on, know that I'm not ignoring it. I'm just missing it. And then I see bits and pieces of the chat. So I hope everyone's okay. All right. So I pulled out some of the papers that I thought ooh, golly, I don't know. That's a good one. That's a really pretty poinsettia. All right. So 2-page list, well, I really like this kind of holly. Oh, there it is on that side. Hi, Katie. All right. So I don't know. I just like that one. I really like that. Maybe this one goes with it. That red. What do we think? Do we like those two together? I don't know. Because we kind of have, no, I like it. That's good. I'm going to go with that unless I go with this instead. Isn't that fun with all the trees? But I think I might end up losing a lot of that detail. So it'll just kind of look messy. Let's go with those two. All right. Oh, yeah, there's this one too. Okay. It's going to be either of those. How about that? Let's just make a decision. Make a decision, Lael. Make a decision. Oh, okay. Terry, thank you. I just saw that. So, Terry said, Lael, Debbie did a scrapbook page for what she wanted as a child with pictures of now antique toys. Debbie, yes, please post it in the Facebook group. Okay. If you're in the Facebook group, we'd love to see it. If you're not in the Facebook group, then, and this goes to anyone. If you're not in the Facebook group, just go to Facebook and search, Lael by Mail. And you'll see a page and a group. So the group is where you would share something like that. And that'd be awesome. And if you're not part of that group, just say, I want to be part of that group. And when you get to Facebook, and then it will notify me and I will add you. All right. So what I'm doing, I am getting ready to cut these papers down. So generally what I do when I add a background like this is 6x8. my insert is 5 by 8.25. So generally I just trim this down to 4.75, and that gives me a nice 1/4 inch border all the way around my page like that. And then I'll come in and round the corners. So we'll also do this one. Actually, I may end up this way. I think I'll end up this way. This will make sense in a minute why I'm gonna switch those two. All right, so this one also will get trimmed to 4 3/4. And now I need a corner rounder. So let me grab that. Let's grab that. Terry just asked something I saw a minute ago. No, I don't remember. One of our comments. So when we talk, while I'm rounding corners, we'll talk about this. I always round the outside corners, and because it's a spread, I will round the 2 left here and the 2 right here. Oh yes, giveaways. So the rest of the giveaways today, I will do after the fact, meaning that I won't do any more giveaways live. I'll do the giveaways in the comment section of the video once the video is over. So you just want to make a mental note. Hang on, I'm grabbing cardstock. You want to make a mental note to come back to the video anytime between now and, I guess we'll say when we're together again in January. And I'll do, I think, 2 more giveaways I have. 2 or 3, or I don't know, 12, whatever it is. Okay, so white cardstock. I always use 8.5 by 11 white cardstock for this. The reason I do that, hang on, is because if my inserts are 5 by 8.25 and my paper's 8.5 by 11, I can go down to 8.25, and then that is the height of my inserts, and I have very little waste, right? Then when I go this way, if my insert, the width of my insert is 5.25, no, 5, golly, it's 5. There we go. There's 1. And then I do another one. There's 2. And then again, I have very little waste. So sometimes, not very often, but sometimes I will take a full piece of white paper and I will just put it right there. And that's the base of my page, and I will work on that. So we start out with that size, but that is not what I'm doing here. So now I just need to trim these down a tad bit more. I think we will do, eyeball this, and then we'll figure out what the measurement is. Probably there, and probably about right there. So that is about 3 3/4. 3 3/4 by 7. About 3 3/4 by 7. So that will be the base of my list over here on the left. And this is a 2-page list like we talked about. So I need the same thing over here. 3 3/4 by 7. I always will trim down my 8.5 by 11 paper when we're together, so you can kind of see what I'm doing. But I have a stash of already pre-cut pieces, like I just cut them. When I do them 5 by 8.25, just so that when I'm working by myself, not with you guys, I just already have that cut. That saves you a little bit of time. All right, so let's get this guy ready. All right, here we go. Put that guy down there. And then this one will go over here. And then I think I may do the rest of the, we'll see. Probably not. Don't mind me, I'm just talking to myself. Ooh. Just talking to myself, which is what I'd be doing if you guys weren't here. I'd just be chatting to myself, sometimes out loud, sometimes in my head, but right? I talk to myself a lot. All right, there we go. So then we'll do one here and we'll do one here. Now, I know that I want let me look at my little sketch and what I kind of thought out ahead of time. Again, I know you guys know I'm such an artist. I know that I want to put a Santa in the lower right-hand corner. And there is Santa. See, that just looks exactly like Santa, doesn't he? Santa went on a diet. He's a little bit thinner than normal, but there's Santa. So I would like to have a Santa. Oh, I like this Santa. This one's cute. I think this Santa will go right down here. This Santa's ice skating. It's just so cute. He's just a nice little old-fashioned Santa. And then I know that up here in this corner, I want to do a little bit of greenery and a poinsettia. So that is why, I don't know if we'll use that one, but we'll see. That is why I switched these. Remember when I originally had the red over here and I said, oh, I need to switch. It'll make sense later. That's why I wanted to put the red over here because I knew I was going to do some kind of red up in that upper right hand, or excuse me, left hand corner. The notebook, Kathy. So that is my notebook that I created. I designed and had printed, and that's what I use now for all of my planning. So when we get together, before we get together, I know what lists I'm doing. I know the products I'm using. I know the things on my list. I even have little sketches. So I will be doing a version of this, will be available either for download, or I have all of the materials, everything now that I need to actually make those. So I'll have those available later this month. So before the end of the year. Vicky, you missed what I'm wearing. I'm wearing the Santa squirrel shirt. Remember the one that you sent me the link to from Zulily? That's what I'm sporting today. So you missed it. I'll have to take a picture of myself later and send it to you. I told everyone that you were the one behind that you found it and then said, oh, you need to have this. And I did. All right. I think we need a little bit of washi along the bottom. And this is one of the washies that doesn't come with, it's part of the Rustic Christmas collection. So I thought that would be really fun, but I have a lot of red going on already. So what I know I need to add to that is I need to add some black just to kind of ground that a little bit. So let me look over here and see what I have. Let's see. So I think it's going to be this one for sure. This kind of thin black. This one is called, this thin one I have on my website, I think it's called Make Your Mark, I want to say. All right, so we'll go with those two. Oh, I don't know. This is nice too. Now, okay, so here's my thought process. Let me grab, sometimes we just need to see, right? Sometimes we need to test it out and see what we're doing. All right, we'll do it here. We'll put these two together. So there's another one that's black also, but I think it's not going to work. But sometimes I like to go through this process together so you guys can see what my mind is thinking and why maybe something wouldn't work. All right. Oh, okay, there we go. So I love this. This washi is so fun. This one. All right, so there we go. We know we're going to use that one, but let's look now and see what this one looks like with it. And we'll see what this guy looks like with it below. So this is really pretty. This is an older one. This is, yeah, that's what I thought. So I'm not going to use the one on the bottom because too many words, right? This already has a lot going on with a lot of words. This one, really pretty with it, but words. I need something that's a little bit more contrast. So I'm going to go with the stripe. I'm going to go with the stripe. Wanda, this, I'm not sure which one. If you mean this book, or if you mean the book, my stamping test book, my washi stamping test book, right? This guy. Oh yeah, so this was, well, we've done a little bit of washi swatching, so we could just kind of get a feel for some of the washi. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and adhere this guy down. Sometimes I will work on the list outside of the book and then add it at the very end, but it doesn't work so well if I want to add washi, because I kind of need to do that now, right? Kind of need to do that now. So we'll get that there. Ooh, a little bit of an errant, Oh, where's Vicky? Vicky, look what I shared with everybody too. I showed everybody our squirrel, my squirrel in my things. And then I told everybody how you sent me a video where they were like boxing. Yeah. Oh, it was a really funny video. I didn't put it into any context though, Vicky. I just said that you sent me this video. Yeah, that was fun. You can share the context if you'd like. Okay. All right. There we go. Now let's get our washi. So for washi, we'll span both pages. So, right, we have a lot of red already happening on this page. That's why we need to ground it and give it a little bit of a black, just a little bit of black accent to help separate all that red. Ginger said, okay, Wanda clarified stamping test book. Yes. So whenever I stamp, I always do a test stamp first. Sometimes it is to prime the, stamp if it's a brand new stamp and I haven't used it before. But other times it is to just make sure it's spelled correctly, make sure I like the ink color, make sure it lines up straight. So that's just, I always pull that book out just because I always know where it is, right? All right, so add our little Santa, our cute little ice skating Santa. The Rustic Christmas collection has two different die cut packs. I think one is called like Woodland Bits and the other ones are just like regular die cuts. These are the Woodland Bits. So trees and poinsettias and really pretty greenery and Santas and squirrels. And what's kind of fun about it too is that there are multiples of a number of them. And like, here's an example. So there are the trees and there's two sizes. The deer, also two sizes. Funny, there's not two sizes of the squirrel because you'd have like a giant squirrel. So it's kind of neat that you have different sizes. Sometimes you need something a little bit smaller and sometimes you need something a little bit bigger. All right, so, oh yes, we need to get out our pen. Let's do this. Yes, Debbie, exactly. Always test so ho, ho, ho isn't o, o, o. And then if it is o, 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 then guess what? You just go with it, right? You just go with it. People are like, why did you write o, o, o? Oh, you know, everyone says ho, ho, ho. So I thought I would be different and say o, o, o. In the ho, 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 you just have to do three, right? You don't want to do one. Because if you just have one, then it's like, wait a minute, what does that mean? Why do you just have one? One ho. Yeah. Okay. There's our little outlining. And we're just about ready for a title. All right, so title, favorite Christmas memories. Oh, I think I said we did a list similar to this one last year. If you are newer and you don't know about the PDFs that I have on my blog, I also add them in the description of every single one of the listing videos that we do here. So you can just download, PDFs of all of our past list topics. So there's one PDF that is for all of 2021. And there's another PDF that is through September right now. Sorry, all of 2020. There's another PDF that is through September of 2021. And then once the year is over, once December's over, then I will update that for all of 2021. So if you missed lists or want to go back, then you can download those. So I pulled these stickers out. These are clear stickers. These are from Pretty Little Studio. These are linked in the description of the video. Oh, I should mention, a bunch of the Pretty Little Studio products came back in stock. I know some of you were waiting for those to come back in stock, so they are back in stock. The flashcards, if you were waiting for those will not last long. They went really fast the first time and are going fast again this time. So it's too yellow looking. I'm gonna plug in the light, so hang tight. We're seeing too many shadows and that's bugging me. So let me just turn those lights on. And then, wait, what's Terry doing? Oh, can't find your Christmas card list. Uh-oh, that's no good. All right, one more light. Hang on. Okay, here we go. This will make it better. I didn't like the way that was looking. Oh, Amy. Okay, Amy, I have to read your comment. That makes me so happy. Amy said, I'm so excited because my 14-year-old Dee Dee, darling daughter, watched some of your video and now she wants to make TNs with me. TN's Traveler's Notebook. I love that for her. I love that for you. I think any form of what we're doing, whether it is adding stickers, whether it's playing with product, whether it's just making a list, that is so good for any age, right? And it's really good for young people because it gets them in the habit of starting to write things down and really just memory keep, right? So I love that. And I love that she's doing that. All right, so back to these. I had pulled these out because I thought this is one. Yeah, that's one sticker. Merry Christmas is one sticker, but I don't want Merry Christmas. We're not having Merry today. We're just having Christmas because my list is favorite Christmas memories. So I'm going to take this clear sticker, and it works really well that it's clear because I can basically separate it, right? I can cut off the Merry, so I only have Christmas. And because it's clear, you won't even be able to see that I did that. Actually, let me get these smaller little scissors here. Clear stickers are awesome. Pretty Little Studio does a lot of clear stickers. And you know, I order lots of Pretty Little Studio products, so. But clear is fun because it almost looks like you stamped it, right? Because you don't really see the outline. All right, there we go. So I preserved Mary. I can still use Mary either on this spread if I want or somewhere else. Boy, now it's really bright. I can't see where that goes. All right, there we go. Now we'll grab Christmas off of there. Wanda, that's the last thing my daughter wants to do. I know, right? That's the last thing my daughter wants to do. Mine too, because I don't have a daughter. All right, so Christmas. I was going to say favorite Christmas memories, but I don't think I'm going to do that. Oh, gosh, glad I didn't put that down yet because I need the poinsettia. I knew I wanted to do a poinsettia here, right? So maybe that small one. Oh, yes. Okay. Hold tight. I am going to actually have that, I think, bleed a little bit onto the poinsettia. Let's see if we can make that work. Right? Which, woo, if I was trying to stamp, that would be a lot harder to do, right? Golly, yeah, don't mind me. I'm still trying to decide where I want to place that. So let's try this way instead. Yeah, I think it can go partially on the poinsettia. Except we need it like up here. We're just going to do it. There we go. Oh, yeah. Except for the fact that I don't know if you could see that or not when I did that. I have a little bit of, looks like my poinsettia is molding. Because when I stuck that sticker down, yeah, I'll deal with that later. When I stuck the sticker down, before I really stuck it down, I accidentally hit the white cardstock. And when I hit the white cardstock, it pulled a little bit of that white up. So I don't know. We'll see if I go back and do it later. All right, Christmas. Oh, my heavens. I didn't even notice this. You guys look at memories. Wow, I was just getting ready to write that. There we go. That makes it really easy. Christmas memories. Ding, ding, ding. All right. Let's see. We'll just tuck it like right in there. Christmas memories. So it looks like I stamped that together, doesn't it? Okay. Oh, look at Amy. Thanks. Now I get to shop for supplies for her too. Yes. And then you can go through your stash and you can see the things that you don't want any longer. And then you give them to her. And then you're like, oh, now my stash is depleted. Now I need more things, right? Okay. So there we go. We'll leave these off to the side because I think we'll keep using those. All right. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I have more than 6 favorite Christmas memories, but I'm going to document 6 here. So I think what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to draw little boxes. All right. So if I do 1, 2, 3, oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that works, right? I use my pencil first. And then I'll come back and outline it, but sometimes that I don't quite have the size figured out yet. And actually, what I really need to do is I will just draw this with pencil, and then I need to write what it is first, and then I'll know where it ends, right? After I just make the little box. But all right, so let's go ahead and start writing. One of my favorite memories, and this will sound odd, right? As we're coming out of, well, okay, rewind, strike all of that. I was going to say as we're coming out of the pandemic, but I don't really know where we stand anymore, right? So I am going to say Christmas of 2020, mid-pandemic. Sounds odd that it would be a favorite, but it was a slower pace than normal, and our family was all together for the holidays. Okay, so that is one of my favorite Christmas memories, just because it was so different, right? It was so different. Debbie's therapy said, my son loves to look at the journals and traveler's notebooks and scrapbooks, but has no interest himself. That's kind of how our boys are too, right? They think it's neat. They especially love looking at my December daily albums from the past 13 years, and this is year 14. But yeah, I think they enjoy it too, but zero interest, absolutely zero interest. Okay. What? I was going to. I need to come back in an outline, but this is why we use a pencil. This is why a pencil comes into play, right? Because I really filled up that entire box and I don't want it to look all so squishy. It would just be too squishy. So let's come back and next up, I will, for my next box, I will write my list first and then I'll draw the box around it. That will make more sense, I think, now that we've gone through all of that. So I'm just drawing a little box around that first thing on my list because it will just kind of help separate. There'll be a lot of writing here, so it will help separate each of those favorite memories. Last year, and we'll have to see if I don't know, I have lots of things planned for lists between now and like the first 2 weeks of January. So it may be that we don't do this list that I'm thinking of this year, but we'll see. I think a fun list to do at the end of every holiday is your favorite memories from that particular season, right? Or that particular holiday. So we this is favorite Christmas memories from the past, but we may do a list of our favorite Christmas memories this year, favorite things that happened. Last year, we did a list That was things that made me laugh this Christmas. So that was kind of a fun one. Things that made me laugh this Christmas. So you could, things that made me laugh this Christmas, things that made me cry this Christmas, whatever that is. There were things that made me, I don't know, thankful this Christmas. That could be another one. I mentioned earlier this morning what we did at the restaurant. That was very special. That was a neat thing to do. Earlier this week, I went with the same group of neighbors, and there is a kind of a homeless shelter for kids, foster kids that age out of the foster care system. So here in the US, if you're in foster care, once you hit 18, you're an adult. So you age out of the system, and there's not really a transition for kids that are in that kind of situation. So we went and volunteered and made them breakfast. We did that Tuesday morning. So that will go on one of my, actually, you know what? Okay, this is Christmas Memories Past. We'll for sure, okay, spoiler alert. We will for sure do a list. I will for sure do a list of favorite like Christmas things this season, because both of those two things really need to be on my list. They really do. But these are Christmas Memories Past. Okay. What's next on my list? Oh, okay. And I'm so excited because we're doing this on Sunday with Sam. So, oh my gosh, for as long as I can remember, I have made, and they're, I don't know, we call them whoopie cookies with the boys. During the holidays. So the recipe came from years ago. There was a magazine called Paper Crafts, and it was a special interest publication. So they did a cookbook, and this recipe for these whoopie cookies is from that cookbook. But you basically take Devil's Food cake mix, and you make cookies with that instead of like the cake, and then you put like a cream cheese frosting inside in the middle. So it's like a sandwich, the top and then the bottom. In the middle, you put the cream cheese frosting. And then I like to crush up candy canes. Vicky just saw the squirrel sweatshirt. Yeah. The candy cane, you crush up candy canes in the center, and oh my gosh, they're amazing. Now, some of you know I've been not having any carbs or sugar for about 14 weeks, but I think that I may just have a little bit of that this Sunday when we make them. So, all right, I've made whoopie cookies with the boys during the holidays. Let's just say this. Very excited to make them on Sunday with Sam and his girlfriend. Vicky, I wasn't sure if that was clear when I sent you that photo yesterday of Sam. Yes, that is his beautiful, stunning, very sweet girlfriend. Yes. So Kim, Kim, we talked about that, right? I think we talked about that last week when I said, Kim, hold your horses. Sam is a girlfriend. All right. Sam, sorry. Those of you who don't know, Sam is our younger son. He just turned 21 a couple weeks ago. Now our younger adult son. That Paper Crafts cookbook. It's funny, that's the only recipe I've ever made from it. But yes, well, because I don't cook. I do make the cookies though. I've made those cookies, like I said, every year for so many years. So many years. All right, so now I need to short something. We need a little shorty right here. So let's see. Whoopie cookies. Okay, the next one is just, we have a very large, large for us. I don't know if it's really large, but very large for us. Formal sit-down dinner at our house on Christmas night. We did not have it last year because of the pandemic, but usually it's somewhere between 20 and 30 people. And so we, and it's Nick makes prime rib and everything that goes with it. So that's what this list is going to be about, or that's what that item on my list is going to say. Really quick, Sheila said, "Where can I get the recipe for the whoopie cookies?" You know what? If someone will shoot me an email, lailbymail@gmail.com, to remind me, I will post. I'll take a photo of it and I will post it in the Facebook group this afternoon. They're so good. Yeah. I will just know I won't remember unless someone says, hey, unless I see it pop up in my inbox. And then I'll post it in the Facebook group. Okay. Yep, this has got to be a shorty. So I am actually going to make sure I limit myself right now. My little metal ruler here. You guys have seen me use that. That's probably one of my most used tools in my traveler's notebook, this little metal ruler. Just for all the things. But it's nice because it's 6 inches. Oh gosh, that was bad. All right, let's go ahead and outline this too. I don't know why I just did that. Just freehand it now. Yes, they're tasty, but those cookies, it does not call for crushed up candy canes in the frosting, but I really felt like it needed a little something, something, right? And crushed up candy canes are very festive, and then it kind of gives it a nice little pop of color. But then if you like mint, oh, it's so good with that. Okay. All right, next one. This was, oh yes. Prepping for our annual, I will put Xmas because I'm short, Xmas night dinner party. So Nick and the boys generally cook. And I work on decorating and setting. No, I won't fit decorating the tables. All right. So when I say decorating the tables, they get pretty elaborate. They get pretty elaborate. So that's, I know it might seem weird, like they do all the cooking and then all I do is like get the tables ready. So Vicky said, yes, I got it. Our baby has a girlfriend. Yeah, little Sammy. Vicky, I need to tell you a story about that because there's a whole story that goes along with how I found out he had a girlfriend. He pulled the one over on his mom. All right, 1, 2, 3. Next up. All right, guys, I think what I'm going to do, I think I am going to have us move on to the next list. The only reason I say that is basically I'm just going to continue with 3 more items on my list here. But this gets kind of boring, right? When I'm just like writing and listing and chatting and whatever. So we'll kind of see how the time goes. And if we have time at the end, I'll come back and finish this. But that's kind of the gist of the list. I know I'll add a few more things. Oh, yes, of course, because I also have, oh, you know what? Let's go in here now. The sticker book, because I think I might want to add a word strip or 2 just before, a little bit more decorating before I am done. Oh, and I just had a great idea. Okay, I clearly haven't used these yet either. But look at these little stickers with the hearts. Those would be great if I can figure out a place to put one of those in each of my little boxes. So I'm just going to do that real quick. I think here, let's start with a red one. Oh, they're just cute. They're just cute little circles with hearts. Look how cute that is. Oh, I just had an awesome idea. I need to add something to one of the stamp sets that Andy and I are working on. Yep. We're trying, yeah. We're getting there. We are getting there. Okay, I think this will go right there. Okay, and then this little one will go here. Oh yeah, it's just like a cute little addition. And then, oh, here's another green one. Or I could even do, oh, this one's fun. This kind of little wood, grayish kind of wood grain one. We'll put this, how about right there? All right, so then I'll continue to use those on my other 3 things. But the whole reason I came in here was to look for, oh yes, the word strips, because always word strip stickers. So I think we could work something green, like a green word strip over here. It's a Wonderful Life, Christmas wishes, family time, happy holidays, Christmas stories. There we go. That's perfect. Christmas stories, right? I'm telling stories. I'm telling stories. Oh, okay. Wanda just said, Wanda asked, Lael, how much weight have you lost from no sugar, no carbs? 23 pounds. And that is in, oh yeah, let's do this right here. That is in 13 weeks, I want to say. And this is the thing I'm most proud about. I have been traveling since I'd say about the last 2 months, pretty steadily, traveling and teaching. And so I managed to accomplish that weight loss through Halloween and all the Halloween candy, and then through so far Christmas. So Vicky's the one who turned me on to it. So Nick and I have been both doing it. And Vicky's had a ton of success too. It's an amazing program. It's been great. Okay, so there we go. That's enough for now. We're going to go to our next list. and okay, yes, the woman's name is Gina Livy, Livy, and it's her program is called the Livy Method. And you don't eat any special food. You don't do anything like crazy. It's just no sugar, no carbs. And well, and even some people have those, but it's really about kind of getting, thank you, Vicky, for writing that. Vicky just put that in the chat. It's really all about kind of your mind and body getting together in your head, and you figuring out what it means to be satisfied when it's not keto at all, Kathy. It is not keto. You eat fruits, lots of vegetables, you can have sauces and cheese and fats and, but you just eat until you're satisfied, which, for a lot of us, when we got to that point, Nick and I are both looking at each other going, what in the heck does it mean to be satisfied, right? Like most of us don't know what that means. And to stop, and wine, yes, wine's okay too. And lots of water. Yeah, anyhow, I've tried every freaking program under the sun over the years, as have a lot of us, but anyhow. Okay, so next list, and while Vicky's still here, we might as well do this one. This one is like my to-do list this week. Vicky's right, it's like no other program. And it's not like some weird voodoo, stand on your head and eat these 8 things and then don't eat this and then do this and not this. It's very natural. And yeah. And it's like, well, what is it? Like 75 Canadian. So like $60 US for the 13-week program. And there's no like commissions or anything like that. It's just, Vicky and I will talk about it a lot because it's been very instrumental in our weight loss journey. Okay. So this is my to-do list. These are some of the things I need to get done between now and I'm going to say the end of the year. This is another, now, you guys are going to be jealous of my artistry because I already showed you my Santa and you thought, wow, I didn't know that Lael was actually an illustrator as well as do what she does, right? Santa. This is the reindeer. Now, isn't that, I know, and the tree, right? So look at me. I'm pulling out all of my illustrative skills today. The tree, the reindeer, and the Santa. This reindeer we looked at last week. And actually, oh, I just remembered something I wanted to do. Dang it. These. I was going to use these in between my lists. Okay, that's not going to happen. All right, so I need to just put some of these things away for a second. We need to get Rustic Christmas out of the way and bring in Warm Wishes, which is Vicky's. One of Vicky's many collections. All right, so let's move these things. Hang on, I just have to get organized because things will be crazy. I know, don't quit my day job. Thanks a lot, Terry. Because that's what my next thing was I was going to start manufacturing my own line of stickers with my sketches of Santas and reindeers, right? Oh, not reindeers, not reindeers. I know reindeer is singular and plural, so nobody write me up for that and say, oh my gosh, do you believe it? She doesn't even know plural and singular of the reindeer. It just came out. Okay, so let's see. Oh, here it is. Okay, So this has happened now twice that we, 2 weeks as I was looking through the Warm Wishes projects and what I still wanted to, buy. I mean, buy. I was just reading Terry's. We would still buy them. Yes. Oh, that cracks me up, Terry. Yeah, you know what? They probably would still. It'd be this whole new line of kind of like way back in the day, Mambi, me and my big ideas when they made the little stick figure people that were so cute that I don't know, that's probably like 20 plus years ago. But now I totally digress because I'm like squirreling. We've got double squirrels here today. We're like dueling squirrels. Look at, they're like fighting friendly each other. Anyhow, let's circle back, Leah. Let's come back to what we were talking about. Hi, Denise. Merry Christmas. Uh, okay. One more thing I'm going to say. Amy said, I'm 48 and going through menopause and happy to see someone else in my boat losing weight. I've checked into Gina's program. Yes, I will tell you, Amy, 53, menopause. And I honestly thought that, oh, well, it's menopause. And guess what? You just, once you hit menopause, you can't lose weight. Oh boy, not true. Anyhow, so twice now, 2 different weeks, as I was using Warm Wishes, I kept coming across the sticker sheet with that deer, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to use that deer. So last week, I actually did my little sketch on what I want to do with that deer. So let's grab the paper pad from Warm Wishes. I need my sketch though, still. Okay, I gotta look what the idea was here. All right, stamp or die cut. So this is a 2-page list, but really it's only 1 page, but this is going to be decorative. So I need 2 papers that are going to go side by side. And this is Warm Wishes, linked in the description of the video. I know we liked that one last week. Let me see what else I still have stacked, because there's still, all of this stuff is still stacked on the same tray from last week that did not get put away. The good news is it has to get put away before Christmas because we're having a lot of people over that night. Oh golly, hang on. This room, if you could see it, you would be just like, ah, it's horrible. It is so messy. All right, let's see what we want to do. Because we need a 2-page list. All right, see what I'm thinking? Let me just show you my sketch. My sketch, 2-page list, the little reindeer is going to be sitting on the top of the list on the left. And then on the right, I thought that I would just keep the right really simple and maybe stamp a sentiment or use one of Vicky's die cuts from the collection, a word, and have it go right there in the center. But that's all I had kind of planned out so far. Now look at this paper. So if I pull this paper in, this is like perfect. In the center right there, then I can do a little sentiment or something. So that is for sure going to get used on this page. I'll just have to trim it down a bit to fit. So then, oh, I think maybe this one. Oh yes, and this is the other thing. We love it that they're double-sided, and then we hate it that they're double-sided because then we're like, oh, decisions. But I'm gonna go with this guy. All right, so let's go ahead and trim those 2 papers. And both of those are from that stunning Warm Wishes. Actually, now I have another idea. So I was wondering, Nicole, when I read finger, I'm like, finger, what? I know, I understand you were talking about the puppet. Okay, so, well, hold on, I just totally lost, oh, I know, I lost my train of thought, and then I just got it again. So, I mentioned a couple of other giveaways, so let's do another one now. But this one will be for anyone, so you don't have to be watching live for this. This is the way most of the giveaways go, that once the video is over, I ask you to leave a comment on the video itself. So not in the chat, but on the comment. And I have fun little prizes. This one, well, you can just leave a comment. Leave a comment on the video. On this one, if you might want to tell me what is one of the things on your to-do list between now and the end of the year. So, look what just came yesterday. Finally. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for this. This is Vicky's Fernwood paper pad, the 6x8 paper pad. I've had Fernwooded for a while. this finally just shipped from the manufacturer. Finally from American Crafts. So I have these on my website now, but this will be one of the giveaways that I do on the comment section when we're together again. So leave a comment on the video after it's over. This, I think, maybe Lauren. I want to say Lauren. I'm not sure if it's you or not. I think you had messaged me saying, oh my gosh, when are you going to have the Fernwood mini book kit? This is what I was waiting for. So my goal, we'll see. I might have it up for pre-order before I leave town at the end of the month. All right. So that's fingers crossed. So that's one of the things I'm giving away. All right. Let's go ahead and trim these down. So I know on this one, what did I say before? 4.75 is how wide I make it. So I need to trim a little bit off of both edges. Actually, I think what I'll do, I'm just going to trim that off of this one edge because this is already cut down quite a bit. I don't really need to cut down that one anymore. Oh, okay. This is 6, not 5. So strike that. I need a 1/2 inch plus a little bit from each side. Ooh, okay. So let's do 1/2 inch from this side. And then, oh, see, I don't want to do a 1/2 inch from this side. Let's try 1/4. Then I still need to come over on this side. Come over some more on this side because now I am there. That'll get me where I need to be. All right, there we go. Oh, it's pretty even now. Not that I wanted it even, but so that will go on this side of the page. And then we'll do this one over here. I have to make sure I'm not like in the Dead Poet Society. What I mean by that is when I adhere this, there are words on this paper. So I don't want my words to be upside down. I don't want dead words. So 4.75, that's how wide I want this guy. This is really fun. I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's just all these really fun Christmas words in Vicky's traditional style where it looks like there's mixed media all over. Oh, Vicky, if you had seen me earlier this week, you would have thought that I was playing with mixed media because I had inky fingers. But you know why I had inky fingers? I was changing the blue ink, the cyan ink cartridge on one of my printers, and it bled all over my fingers. So, and then I happened to teach a class that night. That was earlier this week. So, yeah, it looked like I was channeling my inner Vicky, but it was not on purpose. All right. If you don't know, Vicky is an amazing mixed media artist. And so all of her products have really cool mixed media looking backgrounds to them because in a lot of cases she is, not all of them, some of it's digital, but in some cases she is actually like done mixed media on the paper and then American Crafts turns it into, takes her artwork and then turns it into the product. So sometimes you have a Vicky original and you don't even know it. All right, there we go. Yes, okay. So now when we cut our cardstock for over here, I need to get my cardstock because I already used both of those on the last page. So let's get some more white cardstock. White cardstock is just a really good basic to have, at least for me when I'm listing because I use it a lot. So my thought was, because if you look at my sketch, you will see, well, kind of, he's on top of the list, or she, right? Or it's a gender neutral. Our gender neutral reindeer, see how that little cute scarf is? I thought if the list went here and here, that little scarf would kind of bleed over on top of the list. So with that in mind, I need to make sure that I leave enough room. This is going to be kind of a short list. Short this way. Ooh, that's interesting because I have lots of to-dos. All right, maybe we can go up to about right there. So, what if, okay, I know what I'm going to do instead. I'm going to still keep this way. We'll still keep this. Oh, I don't want to do that. We want to go this way. We want to be mindful about how we're cutting our paper so that we are not wasting. All right, let's come back in now and trim this. like so. So what are everybody's plans today? Christmas shopping? Is the Christmas shopping all done? Hopefully you're not headed to the mall, because if you are, it is the last Saturday before Christmas. And generally, that is a nightmare at the mall, right? It's like Nightmare on Elm Street, nightmare at the mall. All right, so here we go. Then if I take our little deer, and our little deer is here. Oh, yes. So these were my two options in my head. Either I can put the deer here and then I can draw a box around and then do my list in there. Or my other thought was this, but I just don't think that I can do it. I think that I need, yeah, I know. I already know I need to do it this way. So let's get this centered-ish. We'll go right there. Vicki, did you finish your Christmas village? I need to see that. Have you posted it somewhere? I want to see it. Your Christmas village. Joanne is working on Christmas gift projects. Vicki just got back from the mall. Crazy. All the men are shopping, right? Exactly. All the men are shopping. Tracy is going to her granddaughter's second birthday party. Oh, how fun. Decorating the tree. Very good. Okay. All right. So, oh yes, we need our ruler again. There's all kinds of commotion outside. I mean, not commotion, not bad, but it's just, I keep hearing things. So pencil again. Let's see how this works. If we go here and then over to here. Oh yes, he's just kind of, this guy, this little reindeer here is just kind of sitting on top of the list. Oh, which reminds me, you guys know Andy, my friend Andy, who creates the List-It stamps. Well, there's some fun things coming this week. There's a little promotion coming with something that she created. So that will be fun. And then she also has some fun new stamps coming out that I have ordered. I'm not sure when those are coming, but she has some, this list will kind of remind you of that a little bit, because she has some kind of list topper stamps that would kind of be like this. Yeah, so stay tuned. I'm not sure if she shipped them to me yet, but I think she has. Alrighty. There we go. And there we go. Okay, so this will be nice and cute right there. I am not going to round this corner though. That will bug me if I round those corners. Now we need to figure out what's going on here. Actually, we also still have to outline around here. And then I need to figure out what is going to go in that center. So let's look and see. You think Vicki has a die cut pack and the icons that say procrastinate? Probably not. Because that's what would be on the center of mine, right? I don't know. It's not really procrastinate. It's probably more too many things to do and more things that I want to get done than are even humanly possible. So, do you think she has a die cut that says that? More things. Okay, here we go. Now, let's look through the die cuts and see what we have. Okay, we have holiday. Holiday. That would work, right? That's Vicki's handwriting. Vicki, I love it that you just happen to come on again. And I know that sounds like silly. I promise you, Vicki and I don't like plan ahead of time. Hey, Vicki, why don't you come on? And I'll say, Vicki, I love it that you're coming on. Yeah, no. Kind of like that little guy right there, maybe. Oh, it kind of makes it bottom heavy. Oh, I was looking for words. Jeez. Fa la la. That works there. That would be cute. Fa la la could be cute there, right? That's cute. That actually kind of works in that space. I think it actually works in that space maybe a little bit better, just because it's a little bit longer. Oh, I don't know. Let's look. I don't know. Vicki, if you're on, what else do you have? What else is in this pack that I could use, right? Oh, wait, I see. No? Okay, well, it'll be one of those. There's probably more, but they're probably over here on my table somewhere. My little rolling cart. All right. I don't know though. Now just holiday. Maybe I like holiday better. But I still think I kind of like that there. Because this is, oh, I know what we need to do. I know. Okay, hang tight. We need to, let's do a little, well, let's see, messy. It'll be on my site, Sarah. It'll be on my site, and it will have to do with, the promotion will be tied to any Andy product that you purchase. So basically the list it stamps, list it 1, 2, 3, and mini. So there will be a gift with purchase, a really awesome gift with purchase that Andy designed. All right, so hang on. Let's get on our swatch. Let's get on our swatch book because I need to see, my plan is I'm going to ink the edges of this because it's a little bit stark, but it also works. The white works because if I use that, white and black, but this just needs a little something, something. So I pulled out Rustic Wilderness and I pulled out Fired Brick. So what I'm going to do is grab just a little piece of scratch white paper that I had cut off. First, let's just double check our swatches because Vicky probably knows what goes. Oh yeah, I think Rustic Wilderness. Where's Fired Brick? And these are just swatches that I did. So, Barn Door. Ooh, Candied Apple. No, where's Fired Brick? Oh, is Fired Brick new? I mean, new to me, and I haven't swatched it yet, maybe, huh? I don't know. Let's just stop that. All right. I pulled out my foam domed blending tool. Okay. Oh, yes, inking, you know, here's me in the mixed media. Oh, look it, that's Fired Brick. Oh, and look it. I don't even need to do this. Look at Fired, that's Rustic Wilderness. We used that last week, and Fired Brick we used a couple of weeks ago. So now the question is, what do we want to, oh, I think we need to go with the green. Don't you guys? I think we need to go with the green. That's what we're going to do. And we'll hope we like it. We'll hope we like it. So I'm taking my little foam blending tool, with the domed like head or applicator, and get that inked up. And I am just going to come in and ink those edges a bit, just to give it a little bit of color, right? So now it'll help that really pop. Ooh, careful. It'll help that pop off of the background. We've talked before about the ink blending tools. I use the domed. So that head is, sorry, I just flipped it off. That foam is domed. Wow. It is domed, meaning the edges are not sharp. The edges are domed, I guess. Yeah. But that makes it so you don't get sharp edges if you are inking things. So you just kind of get a really smooth if you're not inking. I think, hold on. I'm just gonna, let me finish this and then I will show you the difference, like the other one. Okay, so there we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Will just, it just kind of helps it to pop a little bit. Gives a little bit of dimension. So this is what I mean, as opposed to one that is not. Hi, Susie. Susie, did you get my email? Sweetie, I hope you did. A couple weeks ago, after I was so delayed in thanking you. This is a blending tool that is not domed. So it has kind of that sharp edge all the way around. And sometimes when you're inking, you'll end up with a little bit of a sharper edge. So that is what I did with that guy. All righty. So now let's get, I think this guy still needs to go in. Just a little right there. Yep. Let's go ahead and adhere this now though. Oh, good. I'm so glad. I didn't want you to think that I was ignoring you or not thanking you. Susie sent me a couple weeks ago, we were talking about stamping. And Susie, I assume you do Stampin' Up, yes? That you're like a like a Stampin' Up person. Like, I don't know, what do they call them? A demonstration? I don't know. But she sent me a couple of really cool Stamping Up tools. One is like for hot glue gun. When you have hot glue and it just will pull right off of this little tool. So you could use it as your, work surface. And then the other one was this guy, right? This guy, which when we were talking about stamping one day, Susie was trying to explain this. So this is a great, it's kind of like a piece of foam, and I haven't used it yet, but if you stamp on it, if I were to put it like right here and then I stamp on it, it makes for a great surface for to stamp on, so you're not getting weird edges and things like that under it. Okay. Wait, what are we talking about at reveal? Oh, Vicky's new collection. Yeah, is that what we're talking about? Is that what we're talking about? I don't even know if I know what that is. Do I, Vicky? I know, it was very nice, Susie. Thank you for sending me that. I don't even know if I know what the theme is. Do I? No, I know I know I do. I've seen it. Okay, so now here we go to the list. Let's put this guy here. We're just going to go ahead and put that down, and then our to-do list. So what is on your to-do list? What do you need to get done between now and Christmas or now and the end of the year? Hopefully one of those, here as I say, I should do as I say, not as I do. I was going to say, hopefully you have relaxing on there, but I don't have relaxing on my to-do list, right? I don't have it. Not on my to-do list. All right, one more thing we need here. We need a little word strip. Word strip. So, did I already take them out of here? Ooh. Golly. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Oh, Tracy's knitting a scarf with a fox head that she needs to finish. That sounds very interesting, Tracy. I know what you mean. I think like a little cute fox head on the scarf, but it sounded funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, I might need to change something. All right, I'm all over the board because now I just saw this. Look how fun that is. Look at this. Have a holly jolly Christmas with the little ruler under there. That is sure fun. But in order to get that there, I'd have to mess with that. And I already glued it. So no. That's what my friend Karen would say. No. Where are the word strip stickers? Because the word strip stickers are here somewhere, right? They should be. Okay, well, I'm not sure where they are. So maybe I'll come back to these guys. Maybe something here. I could put something right on, just tuck something under here. The most wonderful time of the year. Don't stop believing. Choose joy. Let's just see what this would look like. And if I decide I don't like it, then I won't stick it down. I can just pull it right back up again. I just want something that will tuck right under there. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Heat resistant mat. Thank you, Susie. Golly. Yes, duh. Heat resistant mat. Thank you. I put that downstairs with my glue gun. All right, so this will just tuck right in there. You know what this reminds me of, guys? Some of you remember rub-ons, right? That kind of is like rub-ons, but much easier, right? Because it's a clear sticker. All right, so now, someone was saying stars. Yes, I know, Kim, you and your storyteller, you love storyteller. I know that. You love that. That could work there, and then I could probably scatter a few more stars around, right? And then that kind of brings in a little bit of the yellow. So if we did some more stars over here, let me look at my sketch to see. Oh yeah, my sketch is so plain, right? Look at, here we go. Here we go, white deer stamper die cut. All right, so let's just see. Maybe if we just randomly place a couple of stars over here in the middle of the listing. Maybe another one there. And then maybe another one about right up in here. How about that? Okay. Now let's start our list. So this is just like a big run-on list of my to-do list, because guess what? It might seem weird that I'm decorating a to-do list, but you know what? It's memory keeping, but look at what a time capsule this will be, right? Because I can look at this 10 years from now and be like, oh, how interesting. Look at what was on my to-do list back in December of whatever it is, 2022. Yikes. Which reminded me though, this is why I got off track. I want to date this. So I am going to actually come in and date this now. It is the 18th with my roller date stamp. Okay, but we need to test it first, and we test this for a couple of reasons. Where'd the book go? We test this for a couple of reasons. The reason why we test, number one, is to make sure that we have the date right, because sometimes, yes, thank you, 2021, here we go. Sometimes, even though we know what the date is, all right, let's try a couple things though. We might decide that we like the red. Okay, 12/18/21. I know I'm good because that's really the date. Every once in a while I put the wrong date on, and that's not a huge deal because really, who cares? But, so we could do red down there. Let's just do it. Let's just do the red. Normally I would just go to black because that's kind of my go-to, but we'll get out of our comfort zone today. Yeah, that day. Hi, Leslie. Leslie. Oh, yes, I need to do the title too, right? That's right. I do need to do the title. So, well timed, Joanne. Thank you. Oh, here, look it. Let's use that little, I'm going to call this the Susie tool. Where'd it go? All right, I put it away, I thought. Oh, yes, I did. Okay. Unmute Stampin' Pierce Mat. Oh, it's like a piercing mat. I get it. Okay. Let's, let me just try something. I want to try it first since I haven't used it yet. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing. It's like squishy foam, so it makes a nice little place for me to stamp. Oh, okay, because you know what? I can kind of squish into it. Ooh, I like it. Okay. All right. I wish you guys could feel that so you understand what I mean when I'm like, ooh, I get it. All right, I could then also use a piercing tool if I needed to punch holes in something, right? Pierce holes, I should say pierce holes, not punch. All right. Yeah, I need to think about that title now. I got to think about that now, Joanne. Oh yes, Colleen, thank you. Remember to give the video a thumbs up, please, friends. That's super important, although we're so excited now that you can still do thumbs down, but no one can see it. No one, I can see it. I still can see in the background how many people thumbs down, but no one else can. Which interesting psychology that makes some people decide not to thumbs down because then it's not worth their time because no one else can see it. All right, there we go. What am I thinking? I was thinking in my head. I was thinking, where is the lid to the red? See, you guys, just because you do this for a living does not mean that you don't lose things and have the same problems as everybody else, huh, Vicki? Yep. Oh, there we go. Yeah, because I was smart. I put it, I should have had my thing out. I should have had my other little thing. All right. My title. Okay, so I could write the title or I could do, let's go with the, I'm just thinking we want to go with, I don't know. No. Okay, I was going to say we would go with these little guys. Oh, I know what we'll go with. I was going to go with these little guys from Doodlebug, but this is too whimsical. That's too whimsical next to Vicky's beautiful writing. So we're going to take a left turn and we are going to go, still with the same concept, I'm going to go to those from Simple Stories. And I'll go with those same little TOD. Oh, okay, we're good. So to-do list. Now we will put these on. Where's my golly? It is a mess in here. This is how my mind feels right now. This is probably how a lot of us feel this time of year, right? Where we're like, bah, everything's everywhere. All right. I'm going to use my ruler. This is another thing I use the ruler for. So if I put my letter or my stickers, right, on the ruler, I can make sure things are lined up so they are even. And then, and I like to overlap a little bit, so we'll see how that works. But then I can also then determine placement without having to commit while they're still on the ruler. So I can make sure that I get them centered on the page if I want them centered. I'm trying to decide if I want to put list on there too. We'll see if we like list on there. Susie, if you want to add your how people can find it, what is it called? Let's stamp it up. Distributor, demonstrator, whatever it is. But yeah, you are more than welcome in the comments, in the chat. If you want to throw your link in there, for sure do it. Yes, for sure do it. I every once in a while will ask someone to do that or tell someone to do that. I guess ask, not really tell. We generally I don't say, hey, anybody, just if you want to throw your stuff up there, do it. I don't want it to turn into that, but absolutely, Susie. If you would like to put that in there or in the Facebook group, either one. Either one. Oh, Tracy said it looks like it's sold out. Must be a good tool. I love it. All right. Oh, golly. So I had to actually open up another sticker book because I was out of teas. So to-do list. Now, I guess really saying list is kind of redundant, right? It's kind of redundant. Actually. All right. So now that it's on my ruler, right? Now it's on my ruler. I know everything is straight, but I can now move it around and decide where I want this to go. So if I do it here, I won't do it here. This is why. If I do it here, then I'm kind of creating this really awkward trapped white space right here. So that space all right there and that space all right there, that just bugs me. It's in design, not that I'm a designer, but in design that's called trapped white space. So it's just kind of this weird little area there. So I don't want to do that. I also don't want to put this here because then I lose the Ranger's kind of cute little scarf, right? So then now I have the freedom with my ruler to kind of move it around and see. So this is very outside of my norm, very outside of my comfort zone. Normally I wouldn't do something like this, but I think I'm going to put it right about here. So if I go right about here, it's going to go the bottom of my list. So let's see if we like it. Well, we're kind of committing here now, aren't we? And guess what? If I don't like it, it might be like, oh well. So in order to peel those stickers now off of that ruler, I'm just slightly, very gently lifting that ruler away, and then there are my little guys. Okay, so there we go. The title at the bottom of my list. Actually, okay, so Debbie suggested remove list and put to the right of the scarf. So if this said to do over here, that would for sure work. But I know me. I wonder who that is. But I know me, and if I put that right here to do, I know this little blank space over there would just bug me. So it's funny because I don't know if that's a delivery. I don't know what that is. To-do list, but I also, oh, hold on, you guys. Hang on a sec, okay? Sorry, but now they're ringing twice. So just a sec. Hi. Oh, yes, it is. Oh my goodness. All the way much. Nick will be so happy. Thank you. Bye. You too. Okay, guys, so I'm so glad I answered that. I think, well, let's see. If you were in one of my classes earlier this week, I taught 2 classes earlier this week, and I had mentioned that we had some crazy wind. And we lost one of the covers to our patio furniture. Somewhere in the wind in the neighborhood. The problem is we got about 18 inches of snow the next day. So it was gone. We're like, oh well. And so Nick, my husband, we have a neighborhood Facebook group, and he posted a picture of one of the other covers and said, hey, in the spring when the snow thaws, if anyone sees this, this is ours. So one of our neighbors, oh my gosh, from like, I don't know, at least a block away, a ways away. He was the one at the door ringing twice, so I'm glad I answered it. And he found in his yard our lost furniture cover. So thank you for letting me do that. Nick will be so excited. The older you get, it doesn't take much to get you excited, right? All right. So I just thought of something that I want to do here. I am going to, because it's still a little bit plain. So I am going to do, I don't do this very often. I am going to come in and do a double outline. Don't be too worried. A double outline. Now we know that we're like really going crazy. We're like living on the edge today, friends, with a double outline. Right? It just felt like it needed a little more something. It was just still a little bit plain. And obviously this one I didn't use the ruler first. But I'm fairly confident in my drawing abilities that we agreed I'm not an illustrator, but that just looks so much better, don't you think? Now it just, yeah. Okay, so now my to-do list. And really now I'm just going to add my to-do list. Okay, let's see, 12:15. All right, we're still okay on time. We are still okay on time. Oh, I know where I was headed after I just read Susie's comment. Susie said, I'd have never thought of that, putting it on the bottom. So we actually did something similar when we did the currently list. Let's see, where's that one? Oh yeah, look. So that we put our title down there. So don't do that very often, but sometimes it's just kind of fun to shake things up a bit like that, right? All right, here we go. So my to-do list, and let's see what's on my to-do list. Oh, well, we talked about whoopie cookies. I need to buy, okay. I was gonna say buy ingredients, but I don't have enough room for ingredients. So buy stuff for whoopie cookies. And then I have, I need to buy, oh, golly. All right. I do know how to spell the word buy, as in purchase. It is B-U-Y, not buy. Sometimes when I'm thinking and talking at the same time, my hands move faster than my brain. And so I wrote buy, B-Y, instead of B-U-Y. So I'm just taking my little white gel pen, and I basically just wrote right over the Y. And this is how I erase. Hi, Leslie. You're sweet. Thank you. I love your videos. Thank you, Leslie. All right, those of you that were asking Susie about that Pierce mat, it sounds like it should come back in stock on January 24th. And I bet if you wanted to support Susie, I bet if you sent Susie, I don't know, maybe I'm speaking for Susie. Well, not maybe, I am speaking for Susie. So Susie, if you don't want to do this, just tell people that they could maybe like send you a private message on Facebook and say, hey, will you let me know when that's back in? And then they could get it through you. All right, there we go. So I just kind of erased that, and now I need that to dry. So I'm going to skip right there, and then there's my Y. So I can write the U later. Buy T, that is Sam's girlfriend, a Sephora gift card for Christmas, which I am going to have to go to the mall. I just have to bide my time and see when the best time to do is that. Let's see, what else do I have? Oh yes, I also have to pick up the rest of the stocking stuffers. So here's the thing, guys. In our house, now this is not everyone's house, in our house, Santa does not fill the stockings. In our house, mom fills the stockings. So Santa works differently everywhere. But in our house, Santa fills the stockings. So if we have little ones around and listening, it's just an agreement that I made with Santa very early on when our kids were little. So I buy the stockings, the stuff for the stockings, just because that's just an agreement that we made. Pick up the rest of the stocking stuffers. You guys know what I mean there. Oh yes, I need to wrap candle for Carrie, one of our neighbors that's having a Christmas party tonight. Oh yes, I need to film days 5 through 15. Oh, it's actually really 6. I can fix that. 6. Oh, that's a mess. 6 through 15 of my December daily. All right, remember there's a giveaway. So, and you can tell me now too, but there we go. Fixed it. Bye. What is on your to-do list? What do you have to do? Oh, there we go. That is really smart. Okay, so that would help. So the other thing that Debbie suggested, Debbie said, Susie, can you just post on in the Facebook group when they are back in stock with the link? That would be good too. So however you guys want to do that, if you want to know when those things come back from Susie. Oh yeah, here's the other thing. Lots of questions about this. I need to design the winter TN kit, the Winter Traveler's Notebook kit. Simple stories, like everyone, supply chain issues. I just yesterday got the product for that. So if you've been waiting for the Holiday Traveler's Notebook kit, tomorrow I will be designing it. It will be up on my website on Monday. It's up now for pre-order, but I know a lot of you like to see it before. So that's coming. I also need to catch up on my December daily because I'm a few days behind. And that had to do with our trip at the beginning of the month where I had printer issues when I was out of town. Oh yes, we need to finish planning our road trip to the Rose Bowl. Oh, I'm so excited about that. And part of that, so Rose Bowl, if you don't follow college football or if you are not in the US, Rose Bowl is a bowl game in college, university in the US, and it's a big deal. And my alma mater and Nick's alma mater, University of Utah, they are playing Ohio State in the Rose Bowl. So that's in Pasadena, California. So we are actually taking a road trip to the Rose Bowl, and we also got tickets to the Rose Bowl parade, the Rose Parade, which I'm so excited about. So anyhow, that is the reason that we are not listing together on January 1st, because I will not be here. Terry, yes, Terry said I want to get everything wrapped before Christmas Eve, which is totally me. Usually it gets procrastinated. So that is also on my list. Wrap the presents. Now, because Jack, our older son, does not live in Utah, he lives in Washington State. I had to get his shipped off yesterday. So his are all wrapped and shipped. So at least I can say some of the things are wrapped, right? Susie, I have too. I've always wanted to see the parade. Kind of an interesting fact about the parade. I believe, I think it's still this way. I know it used to be that all of the floats are made out of flowers and seeds and leaves and things like that. So you can actually watch the Rose Bowl parade on TV. It's just always been on my bucket list. It's something I wanted to do. So yes, the other thing is we also need to finish prepping Harvey. I talked a little bit about Harvey last week, and Harvey is our new RV, Harvey the RV. So Tracy said, do you always need tickets to the Rose Parade, or is that a COVID thing? Tracy, I don't know. I have no idea because we've never been. But I do know that you have not always needed to wear a mask. So everything there, the parade, the game, mask central, which I'm totally okay with. All right, next thing. Oh yes, Nick and I were talking about this morning. I need to send the email for Christmas dinner, which is all the details of telling people what time to come. Also telling them to bring $15, three $5 bills. And that's not because they have to they have to pay for dinner. That's because we like to play a game called Left, Right, Center. And it is a dice game and there's money involved. There can be money involved. So in ours, there's money involved and it's very fun to do with a large group of people. I need to plan the games and prizes for the adult kids for the party. I always do some kind of fun game or something with prizes, prizes like gift cards and things like that, just so all the adults are sitting around drinking wine and chatting and whatever, and the adult kids are like, all kind of bored and on their phones. So I always like to have something for them to do. So that'll be fun. I just need to figure out what we're gonna do. Oh yes, so I need to make the grocery list for dinner. And I have room for one more thing. Da, 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 da. Oh, I know. I need to plan with my dad because my dad is coming over. But I haven't talked to him about that. And the reason I haven't talked to him about that is because he will not remember. So I will talk to him probably 3 or 4 times. And this is just reality, right? It's reality. My dad has Alzheimer's, early stages, but I need to kind of make a plan with him, and then I've got to figure out who's going to get him and get him here, all of that. What are we making for dinner? Kathy, Nick always makes a huge prime rib, so we've got a giant prime rib. We make a turkey. We do stuffing. My sister's coming this year, so she lives in South Dakota, but she's coming this year. So she will help with the stuffing, and then he makes amazing roasted garlic mashed potatoes. My friend Karen brings this amazing, like these green beans. And then we do like some kind of salad and rolls and appetizers and desserts. And yes. All right, so there we go. There is my to-do list of some of the things I need to get done between now and the end of the year. I mean, not the end of the year, before Christmas. And FedEx just pulled up. What do we suppose he's bringing? Oh, it's a little box. FedEx is usually how Pretty Little Studio products come. So I was curious to see if he was bringing a big box. Oh, but there's a big box on the way because, the other thing I need to get posted and before the end of the year, because I know you guys have been asking about as well, is the my year in review Traveler's Notebook Kit, which I'm very excited about. I did some custom products with Pretty Little Studio for that. So, all right, third list. What time is it? Oh, 12:30. We're pretty good. All right, third list. Kathy said, I love this layout. Kathy, it's hard to know. It's hard to know if you are on this one with me because I've learned that sometimes people are watching, but they're behind. They may have started late, so you may be referring to this one, but either one. Oh, look and those actually go really well together. Poinsettia, poinsettia. Thank you. Whichever list it is. Izioma, hi. I've got all your stuff pulled. Izioma's our resident lister from Nairobi, I think. Is that right? Nairobi? I want to say. I'm not sure. You'll have to correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. Yeah, that deer. As soon as I saw that deer, I knew that would be a great list topper with that little thing popping down. All right, third list is, this one's photos. I love doing, you guys know, I'm a scrapbooker at heart. So I love adding photos to my list. The one with the reindeer, that one, gotcha. Yep, it's so fun. Shanna. I'm going to say Shanna, but I'm probably wrong. It's been too long since I've been able to attend live, and I'm just loving this so much. Lael, you're the best. Thank you. I'm glad you were able to make it live, and you guys just know I love it. I love this because it's really like I'm hanging out with my girlfriends, and we're crafting. And what could be better? Hanging out with girlfriends and crafting. So I love it. I love that you guys join me. Susie said, one thing I can't live without from your website is the little metal ruler. Shanna, like banana. Okay, good. I figured because it's one end, but you never know. Yes, I know that ruler. That's one of my mainstays. Well, you guys all, I mean, it's always the same things. It's the ruler, it's the tweezers, it's the black pen, it's the white pen for mistakes. Okay, so third list is around the tree. Last week we did around the house, right? Around the house. And around the house was just some of the decorations around the house. So I made a list of some of the decorations and then did photos along with it. So I thought this week would be fun to do one called Around the Tree. Some of the ornaments, some of my favorite ornaments. So that is the plan. See, look at my sketch. There's a tree. Lil. Sometimes. All right. So we are not using warm wishes anymore. So we're going to take warm wishes off the table. That's what we just used for this list, our to-do list. And for this one, I think we're going to use, one more. Okay. I actually have 3 giveaways today. I forgot. Before we put warm wishes away, this is a good one. Well, all the giveaways are good, right? All giveaways are good, but this one, I think we did this last week too, didn't we? All right, since I forgot about this one we're going to do as another, if you're here. So if you're here live watching, and I will give this away in a few minutes. So you guys know, when I do them giveaways live, I pick a time, and I'm going to pick a time. Well, we'll wait like 5 minutes or so. So I'm going to pick a time randomly, and then I'll go back and see who left the comment at the first comment at that particular time. So this one is the Warm Wishes bundle that I put together a couple weeks ago. So it's the washi, both packs, it's the washi, it's both packs of the die cuts, and then it's also the sticker book. So this is a good one. This is a good prize. Well, like I said, they're all good prizes, and we'll do this one live as well. So I'm just going to work a little bit before we put away. I wanted to do that while I had warm wishes out. Let me make sure I put that in my, okay. Number 2 is, I have to add this. This is one of the things I add to my book because then I will remember. And number 3 and 4, now you know there's 2. These are after. So that's Fernwood. I have to do this now or I won't remember. And then the next one is, yes, okay. See, there we go. It's in my book now. Jessie bought it and gave away to her friends, and their advent was a little, you didn't buy the whole set. All right. Okay. So, yes, next list, around the tree. I am going to use some busy sidewalks. Let me look at my little note. We had the lights, the stamp, tree from here. Cheer. Oh, okay. All right. I won't use those because I forgot to bring them upstairs. All right. I just had to look at my little list and what I wanted to remember to use. All right. This will be a 2-page list. I am going to list directly on my insert. So I won't, in both of these cases, I didn't list on the insert. I listed elsewhere. When I say list on the insert, this is what I mean, that I'm just writing directly on the pages. So, yes, we need to start with the photo because that's what I started talking about. We're starting with the photo. So I went to the Christmas tree and I took photos of some of my favorite ornaments, and there they are. I used my Epson PictureMate printer, and I used one of the pre-configured templates. So this is a 4x6, and I picked the template that had room for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 photos. And then I just didn't put photos in spaces 8 and 9. So it was really easy. I didn't have to do anything special, no special editing. All I did was basically pull up the template and then push each of those photos in. And then I'll talk about some of those over here. So now I know that I want to use a tree somehow over here. And I pulled out these little trees. These are from Pretty Little Studio. They're called Fir Tree, F-I-R, Fir Tree die cuts. And there was just lots of really cute little trees in here. So that I thought that'd be kind of fun for this. So let's just look, actually, let me grab let me just grab a little tray and put these in the tray. Program from the printer. Tammy, the printer, the app, it's called Epson Creative Print. Epson Creative Print. Ooh, I like that one. And it's just a free app, and it works with the Epson. I use it with the Epson PictureMate PM400, but I don't know. I assume it works with other of their Epson printers as well. I'm just pulling a couple of these little trees that are kind of calling to me as I go through. Different size trees, different colors. They're fun. They're just like these cute little graphic trees. See, look at, this is actually kind of funny. Oh, Colleen, thank you. 1234, there we go. My angel time. But look at, see, I could totally be a graphic designer. Look at, I'm an illustrator because my tree looks just like that tree. Yeah, that's funny. So not a drawer. I'm just that talent missed me. When the talents were being given out, that one missed me entirely, the drawing talent. Okay, there we go. I think it will be, I don't know, maybe that one though. Let's see. Or maybe this one. We'll have to look at the colors. Yeah, right? Okay, it's going to be one of those trees. So now I can set these off to the side. All right, so I need to start looking, before I can really pick the color of the tree, I need to start looking at what I might want to use here. So, where? Oh, I pulled out these stamps from Carrie Bradford. I know, Susie, that's why I stamp, I can't draw, right? I pulled these out. These are Season's Greetings. So, I loved these little, well, I just love everything Carrie Bradford. You guys know that. So I thought that maybe one of these little stamps could work right about here. Now, I will not stamp on the photo paper. I won't do that because I am not a fan of using stays on ink. If I were to try to stamp on the photo paper, I would need to, I don't even know if stays on would work on it. But you need to do special ink in order for that to work. So I don't want to do that. I will end up stamping on white cardstock and then probably putting that there. So I think that's what we'll start with. We'll start with that, and then I will end up kind of decorating around it. My title over here, part of it will be stamped. So here, when we did around the house, I did around the house. In this case, I'll do around the tree, but I'm going to use bigger letters for tree. So that's what my plan is over here. And then I also thought I would use one of these houses because it's around the house. I mean, well, it's around the tree, but the tree's in the house. So that'll work, right? That will work. Let's go ahead and do that little stamp and see what we like there. And I think, I don't know, I think it's going to end up being black. No color, no colors. There's my stamping book. Usually when I'm stamping, I use that VersaFine Claire. I now carry those on my website. Okay. Let's see. That is a pigment ink, and sometimes we talk about pigment inks and dye-based inks. Pigment inks, just for me, this is just Lael. This is what I prefer. I usually prefer a pigment ink. The oxides that I use are also a pigment ink. And it's for what I use them for, right? Different inks have different purposes. I have I always link at the bottom of all of these listing videos. There is an awesome article at scrapbook.com that I link to that explains the difference between different inks and their properties, like when you would use a dye-based ink versus a pigment ink. So if you're interested in more of that, I would encourage you to just check out that. I'd encourage you to check out that link on their website, just because they do a great job. I mean, that's what they do, right? They do a great job of explaining that. That's not what I do. I am not an ink expert. So though, for me personally, prefer a pigment-based ink because to me, I call it a juicy ink. What I mean by juicy is it has really good coverage. I do not like, for me, I don't, again, my preference, I don't like it when you can see through part of the stamp, right? I don't like it when I can see through part of the stamp. I like a really good solid coverage. So for me, a pigment-based ink is good. What I clean them with, Debbie, baby wipe. Baby wipe, or if I'm doing a lot of stamping, I'll get like a stamp chamois out. But usually baby wipe. Hi, Cynthia from Australia. I love your, I was going to say your country. It's not your country. It's your continent. Your continent, right? Yeah. All right. Okay, look, it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. That looks lovely. So I kind of bounce it around a little bit. But, oh, so here's the thing. When you have a brand new stamp, and I always say that it is good to, Tracy, I'll answer you in a sec. I always say it's good to do a test stamp first. Number one, to make sure things are straight. Now, this is all of this sentiment is all together. So I'm not too worried about it being straight. I'm also not too worried about being spelled incorrectly because Carrie knows what she's doing. And I don't think she'd produce a stamp that was spelled incorrectly. But when you have a brand new stamp, it's always a good idea to prime it first. And there's a couple different ways that you can prime a stamp. For me, the way that I prime a stamp is by stamping it first. I'm getting it ready for stamping, and I always test it on something that I don't care about, so that, like something, for example, this happened last week when we were doing this stamp test. These are, Tracy, it's Jordan. And those are Carrie's stamps, Carrie Bradford stamps, and that's the Jordan. I think it's the large. But like, here's a really good example of why you want to do a test stamp. Do you see right here in the M? See how there's like that little dot? There was like a little fleck of dust on my stamp. Hi, Lulu girl. A little fleck of dust on my stamp, which was making an odd little dot when it stamped. So when I tested, I went, oh my gosh, look at that. I noticed that I was able to get rid of that before then I went and stamped on my project. So lots of different reasons to test stamp before you go. All right, now I am stamping this on cardstock and then I will cut it out. Okay, I think we're good. Oh yeah, always do this. Always, always, always put that back or else you'll end up with ink everywhere. Tammy has rain. Let's see. Lovely plans. 45 degrees in Southern California. Holy cow. Yeah, that is chilly. I think we're in the 20s here today. And we have lots of snow. Lots and lots and lots of snow. I mean, it's a beautiful bluebird day. I mean, it's gorgeous. There's like, it's beautiful blue sky. But yeah, we've got lots of snow. We needed it. We really, really needed it. Glenda and Murray Gregory is also an Aussie. Hi from New Zealand. Your country, yeah, is on my bucket list. New Zealand. I haven't been there yet, but I will at some point. It's going to happen. It is going to happen. All right. I totally forgot that. Okay, let's go ahead and cut this out. And, oh, just lost my blade. Okay. And I think that will work. All right, so now let's figure out how this will work in here. So we need lots more going on here, right? Because, well, I will tell you, I actually started trying to design this in Photoshop this morning before I we did our thing at breakfast. And I didn't have time because really what I really would have liked to have been was much taller and thinner, but it didn't happen. So that's not happening. Let's see if our little houses work here. Little village, maybe. A little village of houses. You know what I was gonna do. Let me look. Aha, I know what the problem is. I just looked at my list. I mean, in my notes. Hold that thought for a minute. I'm just storing them right up there. I wanted pattern paper here. So let me grab the pad over here to the side. And I need some pattern paper there, just because it's really white. I won't do pattern paper on the left side, but I will for sure do pattern paper on that right side. Let's see. This is all paper from Busy Sidewalks that I had pulled out earlier. Let's see, this, I don't know, that's probably a lot. Oh yeah, no, right? See, too much going on. We need something a little bit more subtle. This is a little bit more subtle, not much, but a little bit, right? A little bit more subtle. This goes in here, and then some houses go around in here. Oh, well, that's kind of fun because then all of that. Or we could just go a little bit more plain, but I don't know. I don't know if we want the plain this time, right? I don't know if we want the plain. Nope, I think it's that red stripe. I think that is what it's going to be, is that red stripe. So put those back, and I need to trim this guy. Oh yes. While I'm trimming, friends, those of you that, if you joined late, we will not be together on the 25th because that's Christmas. We will also not be together on the 1st. So 2 weekends again we'll be off because Rose Bowl. We're going to the Rose Bowl. Okay, I just had another idea. But we're doing a special nighttime listing this week on Tuesday the 22nd of December. We're doing a nighttime listing. And so watch your emails for information about that. I'll send that out Monday morning. So watch your emails. Okay, so now what I'm thinking is, so do you see how I don't know. We might keep this piece here. We'll have to see. It may stay there. It may not. It may not. Ah, Lovely Plans is getting organized with her craft things. That's good, right? Kathy said, I have a hard time designing a page with all white, right? Yeah, you just need, especially like this. I mean, sometimes you just need more pops of color. And that's what we're going for here. A little bit more color. We just got to bring the Christmas in. So if this comes up here a little bit, and then where'd my houses go? So let's try this, because this kind of would need to come in here. Actually, this could probably come up a little bit more like that. And then if this comes here, you know what? I'm just going to do it. It's just, I'm not going to mess around. Not messing around today. And if I hate it, guess what? I turn the page and I move on for the next list. I mean, not today, but you know what I mean? Right. Sometimes when I say I mean we, sometimes we just get too indecisive, right? We're like, oh, should I do this or what? But what about this? But what? And then we just don't ever do anything. Or it takes 8 hours. And then you know why sometimes we're here for 4.5 hours, because Lael's indecisive. Ooh, I can't quite put that down yet because this needs to slide under it, Yep, oopsie. Okay, there's a tree. I mean, a house, not a tree. I have a tree on the brain. Okay, here's another house. Well, I like the chimney. I like the smoke coming out of the chimney, but that doesn't work. So look what we're going to do. We are going to do a little, it's like Photoshop, but without Photoshop, right? We're doing a little Photoshopping, kind of. That can go right there. And then we're going to take the smoke that came out of that chimney. Let's just put it right back on that, right? Look at it. That totally works. You would never even know. If you didn't know, they're not going to know. They're going to know. They're never going to know. All right. Oh, don't want that one. That one needs to go away. Its poor little tip is just about done. All right. Oh, okay, no. We need a little bit more adhesive right here. Gently, without creasing. And then I didn't quite get enough right here either, so gently. Oh, and that whole side. Ah, okay. Let's see. There we go. Oh, golly. I was not paying very much attention when I put the adhesive on that before because we needed to re-adhere all four corners. All right, here we go. Because I know you were thinking, gosh, that looks really weird, that white on white. Well, once we outline, it doesn't look weird. And that is why I do the outlining. Okay, there we go. All right, now let's see what else we have. We know we still need a tree. We need a tree, right? We need a tree. And we also need something else here. So let's look. Let's see. What if the taxi's coming this way? You know what? It's gonna do it. I know the scale on the taxi is kind of off, right? Because it's so much bigger. But that's okay. It's coming. It should say Uber, right? Uber or Lyft instead of taxi. We're just creating a little scene here. We're making a scene. Okay, and then over here, now I think it will probably end up being one of my, it's funny because all of this really doesn't have anything to do with the tree, but that's okay, right? That's okay. It is what it is. I wonder if these little guys could go over here. What do you say? Let's just do it. Those could be lights on a tree, right? Those could be lights on the tree. I'm still trying to decide if we put this little piece right there, because then it kind of, I think I like it there. We're just going to do it. We're going to do it. Lovely plans. Your husband drives a taxi. Oh, that's fun. I bet he meets some interesting people, right? Oh, I don't know. There used to be a show. I don't know if it was HBO or Showtime, and it got kind of weird. Like Taxi Cab Confessions, right? Where I think to some people, like a taxi cab driver is kind of like a bartender, where maybe they get in the taxi cab and they just start having a conversation, and the next thing you know, they're just telling them all their secrets and their troubles. And does that happen with your husband? Or is it kind of like a HIPAA thing? Is it like HIPAA for taxi cab drivers? That okay, it goes this way. That whatever you're told, you can't like repeat. I'm just kidding. So where did that go? Did I cut it off at the other edge? Oh, friends, look what I did. Well. So if you can't see, let me explain what I did. I was turning this, trying to make those lines line up. Somehow along the way, I inadvertently turned this paper because that is where the lines line up. So my lines are not going to line up, and that's just is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it now because I'm not going to pull all those things off. So that will go there, and then this little guy will just come in right about there. And you'll never know. I mean, whatever, right? Lovely plans. Yes, it does. It happens all the time. He always tries to help people out. Yeah, I bet. I'm sure that you just, right? He learns all kinds of things, and sometimes probably good things, and then, happy stories, and then sometimes probably hard, huh? I bet. Yeah, the stripe is fun. I think that stripe is fun. It just needed, right? It needed something. It needed a pop of something. And that stripe is, the stripe's pretty neutral still, right? The stripe is pretty neutral. Well, you know what I mean when I say neutral. Bernice said, love today's listing. What a great way to end the year on a festive note. I love Christmas, my favorite holiday. Yes, but remember, we're not ending the year. We still have one more listing session at least. On Tuesday, the 22nd, right? That's the 22nd. Okay. Now I need to do my title. So here's what I was thinking, and now I'm going to change it. I was originally thinking that I was going to stamp tree in big letters, but I'm not going to. I'm not going to do that now because I think I can. Oh, time is it? 12:53. All right. This is what I'm going to do. I am going to stamp around the tree right here, because around the house, around the tree, these were Carrie's letters. These are Carrie's letters. I probably have, if not that from Carrie, something very similar. Well, the one I used before was similar too. So, which ones did I use? Annie or Kramer? I used Kramer. Okay, I think. Yeah, Kramer's thicker. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use Kramer and I'm going to stamp around the tree. And then we'll see if then we'll see how far we get here in my list. And if we don't get far, then I'm just going to explain the ornaments and why they're my favorite. That's what my list will eventually turn into. Yeah, see now. Well, I guess a tree could go there, right? Let's just do it. Let's just do it. We're putting a tree down. And then I need to come in with actually my glue pen too, because I need to be able to get in those little spots. So I'd say, I don't know, 90% of the time my tape runner works, but every once in a while, that little glue pen I need just to get in those tighter spots. Lift those up, and my tree is going right here. This really has nothing to do. This whole thing really has nothing to do with excuse me, sorry, I had to sneeze. It really has nothing to do with the tree, but oh well, that's okay. Tammy said, can we pre-order year in review? Okay, this is what I will do today. I will add the year in review. I will add a placeholder for it on my website. And I will, it will say pre-order. It will have no pictures or anything yet, but basically it'll be a placeholder. So if you want to order that now, you can order that now. It won't ship until, I'm still waiting to hear their custom stamps that I designed. Well, that I designed and then had Andy really design them for me, because you guys have seen my stick figures. You know how I design. But there's a custom stamp set that's part of that. And I'm still waiting to hear from the stamp manufacturer on when those will be ready, when they'll be shipping them. So that kit will ship sometime after the first of the year. I just don't know when. All right. So around the tree, Where's my stamp block? Oh, here it is. Oh, yes. Really quickly, I need to clean this off. Kathy said this will be a great December daily page spread. You know what? Quite a few of the lists that I do in December, that we do in December, I should say, would make great December daily, right? Favorite ornaments, even a to-do list. There's no rule that says you have to put this kind of thing in your December daily, or this or that, or don't do this or don't do that. So really any of our lists. Sorry, my hair keeps getting in the way, you guys. What was I just saying? Wow. It's because you guys, my mind doesn't stop a lot. And when I wake up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, then I can't go back to sleep. So about this time of day, and then I just lose my mind because I'm tired. And that happened with at 4 this morning. So I've like lived more than half a day already. Oh yeah, I needed my stamp block. Golly, I am in rare form today. Although you guys would be like, yeah, not necessarily rare. It's pretty much always this way, right? Not rare. You're in form, not rare form. Let's see. Around the tree. Okay, so let's do this. While I'm doing this, because this takes a little bit of time to do, to grab the letters, I'm going to put this right here. I'm just going to talk about the ornaments because I probably won't actually today be able to get to writing my list while we're together, because I need to go, some sorority sisters from college are in town, and I'm going to meet them for a late brunch, although I don't know if they'll still be there. We'll see. Okay. Oh, but I'm gonna talk about the ornaments while I'm doing this. So the first ornament is an ornament right there that I have had for years. It is like a little old-fashioned Santa on a sled, And he reminds me of my stepdad. The kids always called him Papa John. And he's bald and he had like a beard and mustache like that. So that was the Papa John ornament. And I think if you're making a list like this, even if you don't want to add photos, list whatever your ornaments are, if you're listing favorite ornaments, and talk about why. Because that will say, I'll say the Papa John ornament because it looks like Papa John. The next ornament, so funny. This is when our kids were little, this is what we get for Christmas. And we have these like all over the tree of them. And I think they're little school teachers would help them make presents for their parents. And this was like a foam snowflake that has Sam's little face right in the center. And so we have those kind all over our tree. Our tree's very eclectic. I do not have a designer tree. Nothing wrong with that, but we've always just had super eclectic tree. And this year I let Sam and his girlfriend decorate it, and they went to town and they just put the ornaments wherever they wanted. And I'm like, that looks great. So I love those types of ornaments. They're just so fun. The next one is Jack, our older son, in 2000 when he was seeing Santa at the mall. And so that's a little ornament that says 2000. And then there's a little picture of Jack with Santa. This one, Jack's first Christmas. My dad's, oh, this is going to sound funny. Just bear with me. My dad's third wife embroidered that for Jack when he was a baby. And gave that to us. So that says Jack's first Christmas. And it's a beautiful little embroidered like stocking shape. And it's an ornament. So that is also on the tree. The next one. All right. Up until last year, if you had told me I would have an ornament on my tree, like a glass ornament with Santa with a mask on, I would have been like, what in the world are you talking about? Right? Yeah, no. That was a very hard to come by ornament last year. It was super popular. There were lots of knockoffs, but that is one I picked up last year because, that just very much exemplifies 2020. Oh yeah, this will work great. The next one, this is another ornament that one of our kids made when they were little at school. That one is, oh my gosh, it's so funny. The base, well, it's supposed to be a snowman, okay? And it's hard for me to see when I bring it up like this because I'm not sure. Oh, let me see if I look under, then you can see. Where is it? Hold on. Where did it go? Oh, right there. Okay. That. So it's supposed to be a snowman. It is a light bulb sitting on like a juice cap lid. Made it at school. Light bulb. And the little buttons for the snowman are drawn on with the Sharpie. There's a little like piece of flannel wrapped around its neck. The top of the light bulb is colored in green paint or something. And then little earmuffs that are like these little pom-pom balls. So that was another one that Jack made that I just thought was so fun. All right, so around we'll go right here. And actually I think that will work really well. So let's grab our black and let's test this out. So actually, the last ornament I did, I wrote about it in my December daily a couple of years ago. I'll just show it to you really quick while I'm stamping, and then you can see what it is. All right, see that right there? That is also a snowman. That is also an ornament that Jack made at school. I call this the guilt ornament. Not for him, but for me. This is like the mom guilt ornament personified. That's a snowman, and there are 3 cotton balls that are like strung together with a piece of thread. There's some really like janky, I don't know, like gold pipe cleaners or something for the arms. And then there is a cardboard like stovetop hat that was cut out of a piece of paper. All right, so now I'm going to do my test stamping and I'll tell the story about that. Years ago, I had a very different career. I actually started a software company with 2 other guys. And I traveled a lot. We did web-based software for the insurance industry. And this was back when like web-based, back back when web-based software was like bleeding edge. I mean, so new. That's still when everyone would get their CDs, and then load it onto their computer or whatever. So lots of traveling. And I was out of town. Oh, look it. Perfect, because it looks like it's almost the same font, right? All right, so around is spelled correctly. It's fairly even. The D might be a little low, and my N. That's another reason why you test stamp, right? Because my D and N are a little bit low. I was traveling a lot, was right, probably beginning of December before the holidays, and I had completely forgotten that on a certain day at school, Jack was supposed to be bringing a homemade ornament. Totally forgot about it until that night. I call home. I'm talking to Jack. It's probably 8 o'clock at night. And Jack's like, oh yeah, kids. Oh yeah, tomorrow I need to bring my homemade ornament to school. And I'm like, what? So I'm like, Nick, you're on. You're up. You got to figure this out. And that is the ornament that they made. And it's so cute. I mean, really, it's very rudimentary, but it's so cute. And it's on our tree every year. So what I wrote about in my December daily a couple of years ago, the reason I called it the guilt ornament, because clearly I felt horrible, right? What kind of mom am I? I'm out of town and I can't believe I forgot that. And, last minute and da-da-da. So I wrote about that. And then I also wrote about how one year we were like, this is probably 3 or 4 years ago. Jack's 24, so he was an adult, and we're decorating the tree. And I'm like, oh, there's the guilt ornament. There's the mom guilt ornament. He's like, what are you talking about? And I said, oh, that's the mom guilt ornament. I always felt so bad, and I forgot, da da da. And he's like, I have no idea what you're even talking about. I don't remember that you weren't there. I don't remember that Dad and I had to do it last minute. I don't remember. And it was such a good example for me. It was like, oh my goodness. So as parents, if you have kids or if you have pets or, if you are a grandparent or, even with friends, sometimes you carry so much guilt, and the people that you feel the guilt about, 9 times out of 10, don't even have a clue. They don't know what you're talking about. We put the guilt on ourselves, right? We're putting the guilt on ourselves. They're not putting it on us. We're doing it ourselves. So I told that whole story in my December daily about that. And that is how I waste the time while I am placing and replacing all the letters for my stamp, right? So let's just I've now probably moved all of them. Oh yeah, that's backwards D. But I'm not going to, I better test stamp again because I probably would have lost that backwards D and then I would have been really mad. Around, it's going to be good. Either way, even if it's a little crooked, it's going to be good. I'm going to just take it the way that it is, but we'll just test it one more time. Around. Okay, looks great. All right, so now let's get our fancy new stamping. My fancy new stamping. Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. Out from Miss Susie. Okay, so I put that down, and that will give me a nice little platform, a nice squishy platform to stamp on. All right, we're going in. Here we go. We're going in. Oh, I'm a little crooked. But guess what, though? I know I'm going later than I planned. I totally am. I know. So, oh, I'm worried about this. I don't think I did that very well, friends. Oh, no, we're good. Look it. Okay, it worked. All right. Let me just do this real quick around and then I need to put tree there. I'll do that. I'm going to take this away. I'm going to do tree really quick, and then we're going to call it a day, friends, because I have got to get, so while I'm doing this, let's just talk about a couple more things. Remember, we are not we're listening together on Tuesday night. I don't remember what time I said in the email. So just watch your email or watch the blog, because for sure on Monday, it'll be on the blog on my website. So the time and the link will be on there because I can't remember what time I said. So we'll be Tuesday night, and then obviously, if you can't make it, you can watch it later if you want or not. But we'll be listing Tuesday night, and I will maybe in my jammies. We'll see. I'll be having my an adult beverage. So if you'd like to bring an adult beverage, whatever your adult beverage is, even if it's water or coffee or brown dirt water's tea in my world. I just don't like it, and it's like brown dirty water to me. So whatever we'll just be here hanging out, and it'll be fun. But we will not be together on the 25th. We will also not be together on the 1st. It's possible. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe we'll do one the week after Christmas, because I still have lists that I want to do. So we'll see. News at 11 on that one. Giveaways. Oh my gosh, guess what? I didn't I didn't do the giveaway yet for the warm wishes. So I am going to now think of a time in my head. Let's see. It is 1:09. Let's do 12:58. 12:58. Let's see. The first comment that was left at 12:58 would be Dawn Milbrats. Dawn! Congratulations, Dawn. You win the warm wishes. Dawn wins the warm wishes bundle. So Dawn, shoot me an email. Put warm wishes bundle prize in the subject line along with your name and address, and I will get that shipped out to you this week. We'll have one more prize that we'll do in the comments after the fact. So let me just do tree here, and then I'll show you that prize, and then we'll say our goodbyes until Tuesday. Till Tuesday. You guys remember that band? Till Tuesday? Where's my stamping book? Oh, here it is. Okay. Let's see. I'm sure I missed all kinds of comments, you guys, so I apologize if you asked a question and I did not respond. I get working and then get chatting, and then I just forget. I get sidetracked. Well, probably the other reason is if I didn't work, then we would never get anything done, ever. Because I want to be in the chat all the time, right? I'd want to be hanging out with you guys in the chat. Okay. So it's just, I didn't press down enough. Okay, there we go. That will work. Tree is spelled correctly. It looks fairly even-ish, right? It's even-ish. All right, so what I'll end up doing to finish up my list, and who knows, maybe we'll start out with that on Tuesday. What I will end up doing to finish up my list is I need to I don't know if I will tell the story about all those ornaments, probably because I don't have a lot of room. I may just tell the story about some of those ornaments, but those are some of my current favorite ornaments. Around the tree. Well, the is not exactly centered. I should have waited to do that. I totally should have waited to do that, but that's okay. Okay, around the tree. All right, friends, I am going to, let's talk about last price. Last price for today. I mentioned that, I don't know if I mentioned that 2 came in, but 2 new 6x8 pads came in. Finally, serious supply chain issues with lots of scrapbook companies right now. The first one that we looked at was Fernwood, and I gave, did I give that one away? No, both are after. Both of them are after, right? So Fernwood, hold on. Market score is 1. Fernwood is the other. So those are the 2 giveaways that I am doing on the comments after. So not in the chat, but the comments after the fact. So you just need to remember once the video's over, anytime in the next, I guess 2 weeks. Anytime in the next 2 weeks, leave a comment on the video. Tell me what's still on your to-do list between now and the end of the year that you need to get done. Or just leave any comment, and then I will draw 2 different winners. One for the Market Square 6x8 pad. Finally, one for the Fernwood 6x8 pad. There are mini book kits coming with both of these collections, but I was dead in the water because I didn't have the pads, so I couldn't start designing. Okay, I'm going to flip the camera. Hi, Kari. Checking back in to say hello. Hello. Well, that was good timing because let me flip the camera. Bloop. Yes. Oh, golly, sorry. I don't like to be staring at it when I do that because then it's weird. It's like you guys can see into my brain when I do that. If you missed it earlier, look who's with us today. Squirrel. Our Santa squirrel. I have to remember to change before we go to brunch because that'd be funny. What was I just gonna say? I don't even know. I don't know what I was gonna say, friends. Tuesday. So giveaways, leave comments on the video after the fact, not in the chat. I'll be giving away those 2 pads, Market Square to one person, Fernwood to the other. We will be seeing each other on Tuesday. If I don't see you Tuesday, then I will not probably see you before the end of the year. Well, for sure not before the holidays, for sure not before Christmas. Maybe before New Year's. We'll just see. I don't know if I'll be able to squeeze something in. We'll try. We'll see. And somebody I just saw said a Zoom sometime would be fun. Yes, yes, yes. That's actually that's been suggested a couple times. And I think that would be totally fun to do a Zoom just because I just have to figure out how to facilitate it. But I think it could be a lot of fun. We talked about doing a Q&A or I don't know. But I would like to do that. So we'll put that on the docket for after the first of the year. Gosh, I think that's it, you guys. Oh, one more really fun promotion coming with, I've teamed up with Andy to do something really fun. So just know that that's coming next week, I think. Anyhow, hopefully I can talk about it Tuesday. Hopefully I'll have the things that I need then to talk about it. Let me just check the chat really quick. Yes, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, all of the things. However you celebrate the holidays. If you celebrate the holidays, because some people don't. Everybody stay safe, especially now with all the things that are coming up again. So stay safe, stay healthy. And again, if I don't see you Tuesday and I don't see you before then, have a Merry Christmas and whatever you celebrate. And a happy, healthy new year. And I will see you guys in the very near future. Okay? All right. Bye-bye. Get all your Christmas shopping done and wrapping done and all the things. Okay.